Hi there, welcome back. Today's video we've got a bit of an unboxing and also a little make at the end. We bought some of these gorgeous resin pigments from a company called, here we go, Greedy Cat Designs. Resin and craft supplies. They are colour pigments and there's their information as to how you can contact them. We first saw these being used by Jules at resinjules, and she was using, I think it was called Jazzberry Jam. And I think the buttermilk yellow one possibly. But anyway, we thought, you know what, we're going to treat ourselves. So we, yeah, we definitely did. And they arrived and we were so pleased with them. So here we go. Something else that we got, which you didn't realise, and this was a bit of a freebie, I think, because we purchased so many of the pigments. They sent us a couple of moulds and it was beautiful, these lovely little moulds. You could use them as trinket dishes or little trinket pots to put things like earrings and things in them, or I suppose you could actually use them as candle holders. If you're going to use them as candle holders and you're going to use regular epoxy resin, then please only use battery operated candles or tea lights. So if you're going to use EcoFlow or Jasmine or anything like that, then please you can use regular candles, real flame. So here we are, first one. It's called Misty. Let's have a look. Oh, I think you saw it in the first few seconds ago. But look at that colour. Now, I do go in with a mini stir stick just to stir it up to show you the intensity of this colour pigment. I mean, it's not liquidy, it's not powdery, it's not oily. It is so intense and packed full of colour. Stunning, absolutely stunning, these colours. This one's called Aegean, as in the Aegean Sea. Beautiful blue. Some of them had the security seals over them. Some of them didn't. But look at that lovely deep blue. I'm not going to stick a stir stick in all of them. Definitely not. As you can see, I was getting it on myself as well. Dear oh dear. This one's called Admiral. Beautiful sort of bluey, sort of darker bluey grey colour. But look at those three colours together. I mean, beautiful. Not much variation in the two blues in the way of colour intensity and the actual hue itself, but those three colours together, maybe with a white, absolutely beautiful. Look at that. So there we go. I would say you probably do need to give them a little bit of a stir before you use them. I'd recommend using I would recommend not using a wooden stir stick. I'd recommend using something like a little mini plastic spoon if you've got that, because then you can easily wipe it off and so on. But look at this lovely grey. Absolutely lovely. Really, really lovely. I mean, I've got so many ideas whizzing through my head as to how we could use them, what they would look like, and you know, not just in like trinket pots and trays and dishes, maybe also in sort of things like fishes, key rings, I suppose, flowers. Lots and lots of ideas just running through my mind. Arctic. This looks more turquoisey to me. I know some people don't think of that colour as turquoise, but to me that does look like a turquoisey colour. Really, really nice. And I can tell you, you only need the tiniest bit on to mix into resin. A little definitely goes a long way. Definitely. Those three colours together would look lovely. And this is Sweet Pea. I'd call this a dusky pink, but look at that. What do you think? What sort of colour would you call that? You know, I had to get some pinks. Look at this wild orchid. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't? This is lovely. Who wouldn't want to buy these? I mean, you know, these, as I say, we bought these ourselves. We're not sponsored by Greedy Cat Designs or anything like that. It was just lovely to see an alternative for pigments, rather than maybe using a little bit of, you know, acrylic paint if you wanted to, which is what we've tended to use in the past. But those 3 shades of pinks are lovely together. Look at this chocolate. Yum, yum, yum. Look at that. Now, that's not a milk chocolate to me. Almost maybe a peanutty chocolate, but look at that with those 2 blues from the beginning and the grey. So I'm just showing you the sorts of colour tones you could put with it. Look at that, the robin's egg. There's something about that colour blue and chocolatey brown. Look at this, it's got camel's hump. I mean, come on, whoever thought of these names, fabulous. You'll see what I mean towards the end when we've got a green colour. But look at that, so that's almost like a taupey colour. Some people might call it fawn, some people might call it mink. But look at those 2 together with the chocolate. Beautiful. Or maybe the camel's hump with the chocolate and one of the pinks, perhaps. That was the flamingo. And then look at that with the sweet pea. Or even with the orchid, the wild orchid colour, which is paler again. Or even the blue again, which is the robin's egg. Oh my gosh. Jazzberry jam. This was one of the ones I saw Jules from Resin Jules using. Now wait for this pop of colour. Wow, that is the best ever pinky reddy lip gloss lipstick. A Saturday night going out kind of vibe. And look at this. This is what was making me laugh. Warty toad. Warty toad. A deep, lovely green colour there. Almost sort of khaki in shade. It's absolutely fantastic. And then look at this. Buttermilk. Now, I think this might have been the other one maybe that I saw Jules using. I think so. It was a while ago now. But this is a rich, deep yellow. And I know it's quite difficult to find good quality yellow colours that hold up well in resin, that don't go pastel or almost disappear or too translucent. But look at those 3 together. Very spring, summer vibes. And look at those together. Oh my gosh. So many different things you could do with these. So many different things. It's endless, really. Endless here. So here is our little run-up. Warty toad, jazzberry jam, flamingo, sweet pea, wild orchid, buttermilk, arctic, robin's egg, frosty blue, camel's hump, caramel. I think that was hot caramel maybe, misty moon, Aegean and Admiral. And here they are. You can see them from the bottom, so you can see more of their colour intensity. So I hope stay tuned, because we've got a make coming up where we use some of these pigments. So a slightly different format of video for you here. If you've joined us today in the live premiere, hi to everybody in the live premiere. I hope you're enjoying this and that you've been enjoying our videos recently. If you're new to us today, hi. If you haven't subscribed, why don't you subscribe? We upload 3 times a week, Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays, 5 PM UK time. And it's usually how to make videos. Sometimes we do unboxing, sometimes Temu hauls, you know. We try and vary it up. And we're also trying some new things this year. Right, see what I mean? This is these pigments. So I've chosen 3. Wild orchid. I mean, I put one of these little wooden stir sticks in each of them. As I said, with hindsight, I wouldn't use wooden stir sticks. If you've got little plastic or little silicone ones, then use those. Yeah, but so we've gone with a lovely deep blue, or bluey grey, more of a pale bluey grey, and then that lovely wild orchid, which is the palest of pinks, pinky mauvey colours. There we go. So all I've done is I've mixed up some regular epoxy resin. It's Tea Expert resin. That just happens to be the brand that we like using. Again, we're not sponsored by them. Divided it amongst 3 of these silicone mixing jugs, and then added bits of the pigment. Now, a little of the pigment goes a long way, because as you can see, I've probably got too much pigment in these, but look at how opaque they are. They are glossy. They are creamy. They are silky smooth. Not that you'd ever stick your fingers in. Please don't ever stick your fingers in resin to see if it's silky smooth. It just looks that way to me. So I'd got high hopes for this as to how they would look like when they've cured. So I'm using their moulds that they supplied, and in we're going in, and I'm literally, there's no real rule, reason, plan here. I'm just popping all 3 colours into the moulds. I'm going to do both of the moulds, and we're just going to see what they're like when they cure. There we go. That beautiful grey. And the pink, I mean, you don't have to use 3 colours. You could just use 1 colour, or you could use 1 or 2 colours and maybe have a clear one with a bit of glitter, or maybe some lovely foil flakes, faux foil, some of the faux gold or silver flakes. Or if you've got some coloured faux foil pieces, then why not use those? Look at that. So just going around the top edge here. Now, spoiler alert, I really didn't pay enough attention here to this because we end up with a lot of bubbles, a lot. So I'm going around the top there with a micro brush, thinking that, yeah, that's done it. That's done the trick nicely. Don't do as I do in that one. Do as I say. And that is really pay attention, because otherwise you will end up, or you could end up like I did, with a lot of bubbles. And then when it cures, you get a lot of little holes that then need to be repaired or patched up, or have something else done to it to hide and repair it. So this is me with the second mould, just going in. These moulds have got a nice little like large facet pattern to them on the outside. Look really stunning when they're demoulded. So just topping it up. Now, I'd got quite a lot of resin left. So I decided to make a few other bits and pieces, which were more like bonus things, because I mean, to be honest, this should have been it as far as the making part goes, and then we would show you the demold of these the following day when they'd completely cured, and then the finishing shots. But I had so much left, and I thought, I know, I'm going to use the mold for earrings that we got in the recent Scoops unboxing video that we did. Now, Scoops is something that Helena from Resin Supplies and Jules from resinjules do. I think they're usually about once a month, but this is from the recent one, this mould, and it happened to be in the scoop that we bought. If you want more information, then check out their socials, Instagram, and you'll be able to see what it is that Scoops involves. I mean, basically, there's different sizes of scoop. You go in advance, pay for the size scoop you want and the number that you want, and then they do the scooping live. And it's literally that. It is scooping with a different size scoop, depending on the size of scoop that you have bought, into a massive tub. It's the only way I think I can describe it. They get out whatever is in that scoop. When they get it out of the tub, is yours. So it's lots and lots of fun. Great thing to do and to watch. But this was one of the things we got in that scoop, and that is that the mould, which we're very, very pleased with. And it is really for making earrings, although you could use these as keyring charms, handbag charms, anything like that. So I couldn't believe it. I still had resin left, and we have this lovely little, it's a little mini pot. A little mini trinket pot. It's a heart shape. It's lovely. Really nice to give as a little present to somebody. If you have little children and you just want to give them a little something that they can give to their mum or granny or auntie for Mother's Day or for birthdays, or to give to somebody to just say, you know, thinking of you, thought you might like this lovely little trinket dish or trinket pot. Lovely thing to use, and then put, you know, your earrings or your rings in when you take them off at night, when you go off to bed, or maybe to have in your bathroom or in a dressing room, or, you know, you could just go on and on. So this is a good 24 hours later. Everything's cured. I could already see that I've got some bubbles, as I said, but all looking good so far. Now, in with the demold. Yeah, this is the first of those lovely little moulds, the lovely little dishes or pots. And yeah, you see there, lots of lovely little air bubbles. So that was my fault. I should have gone around and paid more attention. But look at the colour blending, the blue and the grey and that beautiful pink. Now I do fix those bubbles I don't actually have any video footage of what I did to fix them, but they are fixed and you can't see them any longer. So this is the other one. Not so many bubbles, but still looking beautiful. Almost like a marbling effect going on there. Beautiful. Stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. You could pull out some of the detail of the faceting if you wanted to by putting lines of thin gold acrylic paint, depending on how confident you're feeling at doing that. You can do that if you want to. You don't have to, but you could do. And here we go with the little heart-shaped pot. This would sit, size-wide, would sit in the palm of your hand. We've got a couple of little bubbles here as well, which I do repair. And oh, look at that colour blending again. Looking stunning. Gorgeous. So there's the three of those little pots together. They make quite a nice set. And here we go with the earrings. Look at that. Lovely. So you've got two small hearts that are then puffy on one side, flat on the other. So they would make great, they would look great as in dangle earrings. So you just put a little shepherd's hook wire on the top, or you could have them as studs. Same thing with these two round puffy, puffy rounds. So you could have those as stud earrings, and again you could have them as dangles. Again, as I said, you don't have to have these as earrings at all. You could have them as handbag charms, you could have them as key rings, or you could make them into something else that you know, whatever your creative artistic mind and brain takes you to, that you think that you could use these for. Now, got a little bit of clean up to do on these, which I did do. Just used a little pair of scissors to snip off the excess resin and then sand them down a little tiny bit. And here we go, last with the two larger hearts. Now, these are not heavy. You can have them as earrings, which is what we make them into. A few little tiny little pinhole bubbles, but I'm really not bothered about those. You could have those either way around as well. Now, handing over to Wayne, him with the black nails. He's going to use a handheld cordless drill. So if you've got a Dremel or a handheld drill, make sure you've firmly got a grip of the earring piece there. And then a very fine drill bit in the end, and then slowly go in to the top like he's done there. And he did it to the other one as well. Oops. There we go. Obviously, if you're not happy about holding it in your hand and you've got a little vise, like a desktop vise, tabletop vise, then put it in there. But protect the flower itself so it doesn't mark. Now, we've got two of these little eyelet screws. You've probably seen us use those before, aren't we? To make key rings or handbag charms. And you just screw that into the hole that you've made with the little mini drill piece bit. So I have sped this a little bit up, so just tighten it up there. Go a bit more, and then what Wayne does is he uses a little bit of UV resin just round where it meets. There we are, just in round the top there of the screw, where the screw's gone in, that little screw bit of the eyelet. And then just using a micro brush just to guide the UV resin in around it. Do not fill up the loop bit. And then curing it with a UV torch coming up, light coming up. There we go. So make sure that he held that there. This, as I said, has been sped up. That was held there for a good minute or so, just to sort of cure that UV resin. So the UV resin is being used really like an additional gluing part. UV resin's always good for doing that sort of thing. So that's fully in place. Now, Wayne's got a jump ring. So he's got the jump ring firmly in one hand. He's got a pair of flat nose pliers in the other. I think they might be the thinner needle nose pliers. Yeah, they are. And did you see how he opened it? So he pushed away from him and with one hand and pulled towards him with the other hand. So it's like opening a door. And then using two pairs of pliers, he closed the jump ring again. So he put the earring wire through, and that was what he did with those. Now, he did make the other things into earrings, which you'll see in a moment. But here's the finishing beauty shots of these three lovely little pots. And here we go. There's a pair of earrings in one of them. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We certainly enjoyed making this one. It was great to show you the pigments from Greedy Cat Designs and then what we made with them. So you go, he has made some studs, as you can see. There's 2 pairs of studs and 3 pairs of dangle earrings. Look at those. Look at those lovely round studs there with the silver hearts on them. If you'd like to see more videos like this, don't forget to do like, share, subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you want us to do more jewellery videos, then let us know in the comments. Take care everyone. Bye bye.